And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. In the backcourt, it's McCollum and Jones. Zion Williamson is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Dick. Pass to Pirtle. Dick with it. Now defended by McCollum. They get it again. Pirtle, the pass to Dick. The kick out to Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Ingram.
Leaving little room to work. Murphy not giving an inch on defense.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And that one's good, Abaji.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Here's Abaji. Out to Ingram. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Dick with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Nobody near Barnes. Hits it from three-point range.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates. Always on time and on target.
And the basket by McCollum.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Dick. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
And I love that move for this guy. When he's in rhythm, that's money.
McCollum left side. Jacks up a 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Raptors leading by 5. Ingram with it. Now defended by Williamson. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Jones. The 3. Hands it from downtown.
You want Jones to be assertive like this. If the three-point shot's there, got to take it.
Screen by Pirtle. Abaji the pass to Barnes. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Barnes has got 6 points.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me when that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. Now here's Ingram. Scoreless thus far. Buries it from three-point range.
And Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
A three from McCollum. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Williamson. Second shot opportunity. Shoots the three. Kicks it out to Jones. Williamson, the pass to Jones. And here's McCollum for three. Rebound by the Raptors. A three from Barnes. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
McCollum left side. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Raptors. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Yeah, they've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Battle in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Out to Barrett. Lets it go from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Bill's got the lead up to 6 now for the Raptors.
RJ right there moving without the basketball, and that helps him to get to an open spot on the floor. That creates the rhythm.
Beyond the arc. That one's in, his first shot this game. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so here's Toronto. Pass to Battle. Back to Quickly. And he uses the glass on the layup.
All kinds of grit there on the inside from Emmanuel Quickly.
Pelicans trail by 6. In the corner, Murray with it. Back to Alvarado. Murray is screen on Quickly. Alvarado passes to Murray. Here's Boston. Trains it from beyond the arc. Boston's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Great court awareness by Murray, just whipping that pass right over to the wide open man.
Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here's Olynyk. Pass to Murray. Launches it. It's rebounded by Quickly. Toronto leading by 5. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA? And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Now, here's Quickly. Pass to Battle. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Battle's got his first points in this one.
Look how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Fires the three. Mobo with the rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's his first trip to the line.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
We know the 90s were a different era, Craig. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
They get a hand on it. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Fades back. It's good. Boston's got 7 points for the quarter.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Quickly looking it over. Here's Mobo. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Boucher. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Alvarado passes to Murray. From the top of the key. Toronto grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, this is the kind of play you want out of R.J. Barrett, just hustle plays.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball after R.J. Barrett hitting the three. And that one's good, Boston.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Mobo. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, Murray with it.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. There's the drive. 1 second left. Denial. And so it's Toronto in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Pelicans trail by 8. So for New Orleans right now, in the backcourt, it's McCollum and Jones. Trey Murphy is out there with Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Just figuring out more and more how to find points and production from the free throw line. Ingram, a real pro at drawing fouls at this level.
There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
And it's Ingram missing. Pelicans trail by 7. Deep 2 from Williamson. Misses the slam off the fast break. Here's the break. Here's Abaji. And it goes out of bounds. The last touch by Purdy. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. McCollum kicks to Williamson. Pass to Jones. And here's McCollum. Lock at 6. There's the triple. Abaji pulls it in. From past the arc. And again, no good by Toronto. Pelicans trail by 7. A 3 from McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got 6.
Well, play him to take the drive, and you're backing up. He's good enough to stop right there and pull up for the easy jumper.
Abaji, the pass to Barnes. Out to Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Dick. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite three-point shot.
Raptors foul. Otai Abaji. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's up a 3, and another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
Dick with it. 5 points in the game. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Abaji. They get it back. Pirtle kicks to Barnes. Here's Abaji. Out to Ingram. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Ingram's got his second basket of the game.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
Barnes sets a screen for Dick. Ingram with it. Launches a 3. Pass to Pirtle. Tries again. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Pirtle's got his first 2 points.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldrin.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Now here's Ingram. Pirtle, the pass to Barnes. Takes a 3. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Wide open. And it goes down 2 points. 8 points for him.
This is what Murphy does. He gets the ball and instantly gets up shots.
Oh, trying for it. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's McCollum for 3. The putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
20 seconds left to play here in the third. Dick with it. Working on Williamson. Now Dick. Pass to Ingram. And he drops it in from the low post. Ingram's got 7 points.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity.
And so it's Toronto heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The guard set is Quickly and Barrett. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Mobo in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Mobo. Oh, good on the triple. Pelicans trail by 10. Murray outside. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Mobo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Quickly with a wide open look. Pelicans pull it in.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Austin, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And it's quickly in the corner. Pass to Boucher. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Toronto?
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Offensive rebound. Fires from deep. They get it back. Here's Messi. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Battle. Back to Barrett. A 3 from Quickly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Quickly's got 6 points in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Barrett wide open. He fires. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Jones with it. Picked up by Barrett. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Again, McCollum missing.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Here's Mobo. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 20. Here's Williamson. A 3 from McCollum. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Toronto.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for R.J. Barrett.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Over to the wing. Here's Battle. He is guarded by McCollum. For 3, Barrett. No good. That's the first shot from the floor he's missed. 5 for 6. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
A team-first type player, Jones, just so unselfish.
And here are the Raptors now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Toronto grabs the miss. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Ingram setting a pick for Barnes. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Messi. He's covered by Ingram. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Dick. Misses. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They...
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for
face off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now Denver's starting 5. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point. Now here's Porter. The shot no good. Hurdle with some nice D. Outside for Ingram. From behind the arc. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. For 3, Gordon. Rebound, Toronto. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up. But Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
So it's Denver now. Toronto making their last shot. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. Gordon outside. Here's Brown. Second shot opportunity. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Denver has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside for Porter. Takes a 3. He buries it from 3.
Just an uncanny ability to make shots from the corner. Porter Jr. using his skill set.
Barnes passes to Abaji. There's the triple. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Porter. Jokic the screen. Porter's shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Barnes passes to Dick. Barnes with a screen on Murray. Dick gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Porter from outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Porter's got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Abaji. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Porter. Guarded by Dick. Gordon outside. Now Murray. From downtown, Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
And it's Jokic with the ball for the Nuggets. Pass to Murray. There's 53 seconds left now in the first quarter. Oh, a special move before that shot.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
Here's Dick. Rejected by Jokic. And they'll keep possession. Ingram on the wing. Defended by Gordon. And he comes up with a bucket.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
Pass to Dick. There's the 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brown passes to Porter. Lays it up and banks it in. Porter's got 8.
Smart play there by Porter. Working his way inside to find a reliable, close-range look.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Barnes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 5 points in the game.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Puts it up from 15. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And still a close game as the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
On the court for Denver, they've got Peyton Watson. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Zeke Naji. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Strother in at the 2 spot.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Sinks the tray.
You love how Westbrook commits to his selections, not letting anything distract him on the three-point shot.
Pass to Mobo. Fires for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 4. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
That's the area of the floor where Westbrook's efficiency scoring the ball is fantastic.
Here's Quickly, drives to the hoop. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Denver has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Manuel Quickly is the lead guard for the Raptors, and he said, I'm still learning when to be ultra aggressive and when to get my teammates involved. The balance of it all while playing defense at a high level. It's a lot, but I'm having fun learning all of it because this is what I wanted, to be challenged. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Strother, no good. Here's Mobo. And again, no good by Toronto. Westbrook drives. And finished off by Westbrook.
What relentless energy from Westbrook on the drive. Not letting the defense get in his way.
Right side, Barrett. Pass to Boucher. Back to Barrett. They need this. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the 3. And Westbrook is good for 3. And now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
Shooting while in rhythm. Westbrook understands his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Battle's shot is good. Battle's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Kicks it out to Barrett. 1:52 left in the first half of this one. And that one's good. Quickly. And Stan, they always say, for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Good on the bucket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. 1:07 left in the second. And there's the screen. Pass to Strother. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
That's been the story of their offense so far.
getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Mobo. And it's blocked. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Here's Barrett. No points so far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Denver shooting their first free throw of the game here. The Nuggets on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Quickly with the rebound. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Mobo. Pass to Barrett. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And it's rejected. From the high post. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Denver up 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you gotta like what Russell Westbrook has done in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Jokic. Here's Dick. No good on the quick 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Shot is good by Gordon.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you gotta play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Counted from distance. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Shot to stop the run. Connects from downtown. Dick's got 9.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. Ingram. And that's good from 17 feet. Give him 8.
The versatile nature of Ingram's shooting can be tough to counter. Even the mid-range is a good option for him.
Porter looks it over. Back to Murray. 6 to shoot. Jokic the screen. The shot. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Murray's got 7 points for the quarter.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Now here's Ingram. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barnes. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Now here's Dick. He's got 9. Boom! He jams it straight down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Brown. He's got 5. Jokic with a screen on Barnes. Gordon finds Jokic. Inside, Jokic drops it in.
He is just an excellent pick-and-roll option. Jokic always uses his high basketball IQ to find and execute the right play.
Here's Dick. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Dick's got 8 here in this quarter.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Now here's Porter. Give him 8 points now. Shot is up. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Barnes, it's good.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
The Nuggets lead by 7. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul.
Go basket.
That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Substitution on the court.
16 seconds left in the third quarter. Westbrook against Quickly. Pass to Mobo. Count it.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
It's stolen away. Unable to get that one. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And Denver, looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Zeke Naji out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2. Now here's Watson. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
Westbrook against Barrett. And the shot is good by Westbrook. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Outside Barrett. And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The 3 from Quickly. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jordan's got rebound number 7 tonight. Now here's Watson. He's closely guarded. Strother. No good on the triple. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. Pass to Quickly. Barrett, a screen on Westbrook. Rebounded by Denver. Here's Strother. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Drains the triple. And now an 11-point Denver lead.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Buries it from three.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
And Barrett's teammates and coaches love when he shows some edge, slashing to the rim with purpose.
Denver leading by 12. Out left to the wing. Here's Strother. Back to Westbrook. A deep three. That shot off the mark.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's Mobo. Quickly outside. Just 4 to shoot. Can't bury it. His 5th miss in 9 tries. Ooh, poked away. Going inside. Here's Battle. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Now here's Westbrook. A minute 6 left in the final quarter. Raptors trail by 10. Quickly with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. Battle. Here's Boucher. Second chance shot. Barrett can't hit.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Barrett. Pass to Battle. Three-pointer. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Here's Westbrook. Jordan the screen. Jacks up a 3. And Russell Westbrook hits from deep. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Fires away from way outside. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were Allie. Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for
May not be for everyone, but we have a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
Let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Porter at the small forward position. And the basket by Jones.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Drills the three-pointer.
Fun watching Porter Jr. come right back with his own three. Love that competitive spirit.
Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Willie Green.
Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Denver's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. And they are consistently tough.
Great, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Here's Brown. No good from outside. Now here's Jones. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it out to McCollum. Williamson a screen on Murray. And the basket by McCollum.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Here's Brown. And the 3 ball is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Williamson against Porter. Jones, no one around him. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. Jones has got 6.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Drills it from outside.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Porter. Jokic a screen. Pulls up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He has 5.
It really comes easily for Porter Jr. scoring the basketball. His jumper is almost textbook perfect.
Pass to Jones. Williamson outside. And Williamson throws it down.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Now here's Porter. 5 points in the game. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Kicks it out to Williamson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Porter, no luck. The Pelicans trail. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Williamson outside. Jones looking for an opening. The Pelicans get another chance here. 6 on the shot clock. Porter with the steal. Porter a screen on Jones. Here's Brown. It's good from long range. Brown's got 9.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Now here's Williamson. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. McCollum finds Jones. Releases. The offensive rebound. Mr. Williamson. Outside, Jones. For 3. Shoots the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
DeJounte Murray is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Boston in at the shooting guard. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Outside Westbrook from the arc. Here's Jordan. Knocked away. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Kept alive. Astonagi. Jordan with it. Outside Westbrook for the 3. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. And the Pelicans with the possession. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Back to Alvarado. Now, here's Olynyk. From deep three-point land. And again, no good by New Orleans.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And was maybe a step out of his range.
Alvarado with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Olynyk. Murray dishes to Olynyk. Pass to Alvarado. To the left side wing. Here's Boston. And the Pelicans miss again.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
To the left wing. Here's Strother. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Strother's got his first 3 points of the game. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Left side Westbrook. Pass to Strother. They set the pick. The 3. And here's Watson. And he's good on the 3 ball. Watson's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Denver now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. The tray. Boston grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Olynyk can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Strother. Sinks the three-pointer. Strother's got 6 in the quarter.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Murray the pass to Alvarado. Back to Murray. Over Watson. Murray, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Watson for 3. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the tray. Watson's got 6.
The rare assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
Murray kicks to Olynyk. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. 15 points in a row. A good run right now. Strother, no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Murray outside. He gets it up. He nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in 2-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in 3-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point. Williamson kicks to McCollum. Williamson in the post, guarded by Porter, and yes, it's good. He's got 6.
And this team encourages Zion to be assertive inside. They know how skilled and overpowering he can be.
Jokic, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for the Pelicans, trailing by 13. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down. From downtown, Brown's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Williamson dishes to Jones. 3-pointer. And Brown pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 13. Porter outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Porter's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Denver.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Denver shooting their first free throw of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nisi's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's McCollum for 3. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
Pass to Brown. Jokic a screen. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 12 points in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning. They have not stopped.
Have to admire the competitive mindset. Williamson proving he's up for the task, delivering the payback 3 there.
And it's Jokic missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jones for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nishi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. McCollum looking it over. Outside, Jones. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. Yeah, he seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Deep 2 from Williamson. He can't get that one to fall. The Nuggets leading by 12. There's Porter with the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. It's Jones on the way. McCollum outside. From outside the arc. It's McCollum on the wing. A 3-ball. Connects from 3-point range.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
There's Porter with the 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jones for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Jones has got it back down to single digits for New Orleans. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray outside. Porter a screen on McCollum. Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Denver Nuggets. He delivered 9. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got DeJounte Murray. He's out there with Olynyk, and it's Boston in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Watson for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Najee passes to Westbrook. A 3-pointer off the mark. Pelicans trail by 14. Pass to Boston. Drops one in from the wing. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Strother. There's the 3. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And the basket by Alvarado.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Watson for 3. Sinks the triple. Watson's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Nuggets.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up 3s the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Here's Strother. From deep. And again, Denver with the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Takes the three. And Watson with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Watson's got 9 points here in the second half. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Alvarado passes to Olynyk. Shot to stop the run. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Denver's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Watson for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Alvarado finds Murray. Strawther grabs the miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The kick out to Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Pass to Watson. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. And again, Denver with the triple.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the Hornets going with a whole new group out there. And stolen by Gordon. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
For 3.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
From deep, Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Messi grabs the rebound. And it's the Pelicans' ball. Now McCollum. And that's going to be a treble.
Nuggets ball.
Here's Jokic. From deep three-point territory. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up for great.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and
We should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball. But more importantly, BA, these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these two teams are fun to watch.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Grady Dick. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in its shooting guard. Now here's McCollum. To the wing on the left. The 3 is up. Rebound Toronto. Outside Dick. Outside for Ingram. The 3. The offensive rebound. The 3 from Barnes. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Toronto has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Ingram, the pass to Dick. Here's Abaji, and there's a pick. Pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to visit with Willie Green.
We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Murray. Toronto making their last shot. He drops it from range.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the strike. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Kicks it out to Williamson. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Rarely do we see threes out of Williamson, but when we do, he hits at a decent clip.
Pass to Pirtle. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Here's Murray. Here's Misi. He's guarded by Barnes. And it's New Orleans with another.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
2 minutes remaining.
Ingram on the wing.
2 minutes.
He shoots. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Unselfish play there by Zion. Moving the ball to another shooter.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Grant.
Yeah, BA, he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answer that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 5. Pirtle finds Barnes. Back to Pirtle. 4 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. And the basket by Abaji.
His vision is excellent for his center. You see it in the assist from Pirtle. He has got such great awareness of his teammates' movements.
The drive by Murray. Williamson outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors lead by 3. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Pelicans. And here's Ingram from the arc. And the Raptors, another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Pass to Murray. Back to McCollum. The three ball. Drops in the three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Pirtle. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
I think it's a big help when Pirtle can make the mid-range. It forces the defense to bring the bigs out of the post, and it really opens up things.
Murray from outside. Rebound Toronto. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
12 seconds left in the first quarter. Williamson right side. Back to Murray. Out to McCollum. Up in time. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. 8 points in the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Toronto.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Here's Boston. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Kept alive. Pass to Battle. Outside Barrett. Nails it from three. Barrett's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Quickly drives in. Here's Battle. Offensive rebound. Let's go with a three. Kicks it to Quickly. Three-pointer. That one doesn't drop.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Olynyk finds Jones. Here's Boston. Back to Jones. Pass to Alvarado. This one for three. Pelicans keep it alive. Outside Jones. Alvarado outside. Clock at 6. From deep. Here's Olynyk. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
Nothing like combining a long frame with a willingness to out-hustle everyone on the court. That defines Kelly Olynyk.
Toronto leading by 6. Boucher on the screen. The three from Quickly. Sinks it from distance. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Mobo. Quickly against Olynyk. Pass to Barrett. Boucher on the screen. Goes back up. Here's Mobo. Outside for Boucher. Outside Barrett.
2 minutes remaining.
Puts up a three, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pelicans trail by 12. Alvarado pass to Boston. The wide open shot is on the money. And here's Quickly. He's got 6. Outside Barrett. The three. Fires in the triple. Barrett's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, this is what Barrett does best. A talented scorer who keeps things simple on the offensive end.
They grab their own miss. Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Gets the three to fall. Mobo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Alvarado into the lane. Over to the left wing. Olynyk for 3. And he dunks it down.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, VA.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Pass to Barrett. 4-3. Pelicans cleared away. Launches a 3. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
It's stolen by Olynyk. Left side Jones. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside for Boucher. Launches it. Rebound by Olynyk. Here's New Orleans now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. For 3. No luck on that one. That'll count.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
It's hand in time. And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
While this call may not decide the game, they always prefer to get it right.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Drums, please. All right, they're thinking about the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position. Here's Williamson. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Pirtle. Outside for Ingram. From behind the arc. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession here.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Williamson inside. Working on Barnes. Oh, look at Zion. So solid inside.
A monster down low. Zion is scary.
It's Barnes on the wing. And the Raptors, another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Pirtle. Dick with it. Checked by Murray. Pass to Ingram. Lets a 3 fly. Misi grabs the board. And it's Murray with the ball for New Orleans. Down by 15. Ingram on the wing. 11 points in the game. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Back to Murray. 4-3. Tries to keep it alive. And they'll get another chance. Another shot. The shot, no good. Raptors lead by 18. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. Dick with it. He's against Murray. The three from Barnes. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Zion will take on any defender, knowing full well he's got to fight through contact.
Williamson hits them both. For Toronto, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Barnes a screen. Here's Abaji. Back to Pirtle. Pass to Abaji. The 3 is up. Pure from 3-point range. Abaji's got 6 points.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And here's Ingram from the arc. McCollum pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 19. The 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dick. Off target from 3-point range.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Ingram. And again, Toronto, no good. New Orleans has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. There's McCollum with the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the left side wing. Abaji on target from range. Agbaji's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Now here's McCollum, guarded by Dick. Here's Williamson, 6 on the shot clock. Murray passes to Williamson. They get it back. Puts up a 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Locked in and ready to go. They put the ball in Zion's hands, and he fires.
And here's Ingram outside. And again, Toronto with a triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
McCollum outside. Pass to Murray. Back to McCollum. Got it off in time. A big-time effort for Brandon Ingram, providing a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors. He's found his... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Herb Jones out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Boston in at the 2-guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
Pass to Mobo. Boucher a screen on Olynyk. Here's Mobo. And a miss there on the triple. Pelicans trail by 17. Boston, the pass to Jones. Fires from deep. And Olynyk the bucket on the assist from Jones.
Well, obviously, this one reason why Kelly Olynyk is out there, his ability to stretch the floor with his long-range shooting. Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's the three. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Barrett can't hit. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Olynyk for three. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got rebound number 8 now. Rebounded by New Orleans.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Here's Barrett. Up and in on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Boy, you talk about a gifted finisher. R.J. Barrett, soft touch on the interior.
And it's Alvarado missing. Toronto's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. R.J. Barrett, that one's good.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Out to the wing. Here's Mobo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pelicans trail by 13. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Shot is good by Barrett. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And that one's good. Quickly.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
An open look for Olynyk. And again, no good by New Orleans. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. And he drives in, pass to Battle. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by New Orleans. 1:29 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Raptors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Brandon Ingram.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Quickly with the ball. This one for three. Rebound by Olynyk. The three ball. And it's Boucher with the rebound. And it's Toronto's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Battle. To the left wing. Launches it. And the three-pointer goes.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Here's Alvarado. Puts up a deep three. Off on that one. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win to walk into enemy territory.
a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then it's Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's Abaji in at the 2 spot. Now Dick following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Here's Pirtle. Drains the 19-footer.
And all the attention goes to Dick's jump shot, but he's a willing passer as well.
Jokic with his screen on Ingram. Porter, no luck. And it's the Raptors' ball. Dick passes to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Gordon, with no one around, trains the 3-pointer.
Not known for his threes, but AG can hit him.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. A 3 from Barnes. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming. And that's a staple move from Aaron Gordon.
Here's Dick. Denver getting their last shot to go.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Pass to Dick. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the triple. Dick's got 5 now.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
They get the rebound. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And it's Ingram missing. Denver's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Murray for 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Really, Murray can hit from anywhere on the arc. The corner 3 is just another trick he has up his sleeve.
Now here is Pirtle. Barnes finds Dick. From downtown, good on the triple. 8 points for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A nice shot by Brown.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Ingram. Launches it. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, Brandon Ingram answering the call comes right back with 3 of his own.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, the Nuggets head coach gave me a few minutes. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. That's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thank you, David. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
Now getting it done on both ends. Murray's tremendous quickness, flashing in and getting that steal.
Barnes kicks to Ingram. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. Carries it down low. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Jokic. Fires for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From the corner. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Dick.
And so many different ways Dick gets the ball to his teammates. Always on time and on target.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Traps in the tray. this tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now Dick, he's got 8. Fires from way outside. Porter pulls it in. Here's Murray, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 7.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Nuggets lead by. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
We've got DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook out there with Peyton Watson. It's Najee in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Strother. They set the screen, and he's good on the 3 ball. Strother's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Quickly. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You like Quickly's decision-making, that time calling his own number.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
That'll pass to Barrett. Jordan with the rebound. And so Jordan will bring it out for the Nuggets. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Westbrook wide open. He fires. He's off from 17 feet. A 3 from Quickly. Raptors get it back. Barrett for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Now here's Watson. No scoring in this one. 3-pointer. He can't get that one. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Battle. Buries the long-range jumper.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Jordan with a screen on Barrett. They grab their own miss. And Jordan throws it down.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Barrett the pass to Battle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Now here's Westbrook. Back to Watson. 6 to shoot. Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Well, Westbrook involving his teammates is one thing, but not missing guys wide open, that helps.
2 minutes.
Outside Barrett. Boucher sets a screen for Barrett. And he drives in. Pass to Mobo. And the shot goes down.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Westbrook against Quickly. Screen by Jordan. Watson's shot is off. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Mobo, and he banks in the layup. Lobo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Jordan's shot is off.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he's got such a great feel for the game. Quickly can take the bump and get the bucket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. You know, whether he's coming off the bench or Brent starting, Emmanuel quickly can score.
IQ is something else. I mean, he finished second in the Sixth Man of the Year voting in one season. He's capable of putting up 30 as a starter or as a reserve, but it's a unique perspective to sit on that bench, watch the flow of the game, and come in and be impactful. IQ does that.
Here's Strother. He has 6 to end the run. Castanagi quickly against Westbrook. Here's Strother. Shoots. Here's Nagy. Fires from deep. A 3-ball. Strother, no good. Quickly against Westbrook. Pass to Mobo. Now here's Barrett. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Toronto ahead, up by 2. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Grady Dick in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then there's Dick. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And the basket by Gordon.
And the defense having no time to get to Aaron Gordon. Automatic.
Raptors with the lead. On the wing, Barnes. Guarded by Porter. Pass to Dick. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic just got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray, the pass to Brown. There's a screen by Porter. That evens the score. Brown's got 5 points so far.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's Barnes. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray gets creative around the basket, that time dynamic off the bounce.
Dick passes to Ingram. Drills the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Nailed from three-point land.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Dick. Jokic with the screen on Ingram. Here's Brown. Here's Jokic. Pass to Gordon. Murray with it. Back to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And he's going to go upstairs with authority. AG rising hot.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. It's a one-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, we can talk about the insane dunking, but Aaron Gordon is such a great glue guy. Does all the little things and willing to sacrifice his numbers for the good of the team.
Raptors trail by 3. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. That one goes in. Abaji's got 5 now.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Pass to Jokic. It's Jokic inside.
Jokic being assertive now on the inside. He can move anybody around.
Toronto, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. It's Dick on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Dick with it. 8 points for him. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Over Porter. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And it's Murray with the jam.
He's got so many tools, and then you forget how good Murray is athletically. Gets up that time.
Dick wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
Pass to Brown. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for Denver. The Raptors have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. The kick out to Barnes. Off target from outside. The Nuggets leading by 5. About 7 seconds. Oh!
Aaron Gordon is one springy dude. When he gets the ball down low, it's hard to stop him.
Out to Ingram. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Murray sets a screen for Jokic. Murray outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Russell Westbrook. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Drawther in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Onside, Barrett. Pass to Mobo. For 3. And here's Boucher. Knocks down the 3 ball. Boucher's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Denver leading by 6. Here's Westbrook. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, body and control isn't just for your shampoo at home. It's right there in Russell Westbrook. He gets fouled and still converts.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Barrett out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Let's see if they can extend their lead to double digits.
And no reason to think they can't the way they're going.
Raptors trail by 8. Quickly kicks to Barrett. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. 3 from the inbound.
You feel like he's wasting all of his energy on the offensive end of the floor, and that there might be a letdown on the defensive end for Westbrook. Say it ain't so. He's just too competitive for that.
Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Has to battle. Bangs home the trifecta.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Westbrook dishes to Watson. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Westbrook. Over quickly. Now Watson. Here's the three. Buries it from three-point range. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Barrett wide open. He fires. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Strother. And again, Denver with the triple.
And he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook against quickly, and it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
And stolen by Jordan. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 13. Looking to end the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, easy call.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by quickly. Now the Raptors moving it up. Has to battle from deep. Cans it from downtown. Battle's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Raptors. And Westbrook, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Westbrook examining the defense, sees the crack, and explodes right through it.
And it's blocked. Here's Mobo. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Raptors trail by 11. 1:03 left to play here in the fourth. Blocked again.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
Toronto with the ball.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Lets it go. It's tipped.
Well, that's RJ coming in and locked in to get the block.
So we see Denver get the win here. Some good RIDA. Thanks again. And that'll do it, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold.
two hallmarks of great defensive teams. Obviously effort, you can't do anything without it, but also communication. The best defensive teams communicate well, and it's what connects all five guys on the floor.
A wise coach once said, defense wins championships.
I would say defense and offense win championships. You need both.
A look at the Pelicans starting group. The backcourt, McCollum and Jones. Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center position. Now here's Jones. Out to McCollum. Six to shoot. Williamson with a screen on Porter. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Lets it go. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Denver's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And here's Jokic outside. They kick it out to Murray. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it. And you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
Jokic shot is good.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates.
Now here's Williamson. Jones finds McCollum. Back to Jones. Jones sets a screen. McCollum pass to Jones. Now McCollum. Over Porter. Jones from outside. Gordon pulls it in. Denver has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Porter's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Jones from outside. Hits a three-pointer.
You know, at the offensive end, McCollum does a little of everything for you. I mean, that was a great pass.
Now here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pulls up on the wing. Outside Jones. Pass to Williamson. Outside Jones. The three is up. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic with a screen on Jones. And another miss by Denver.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And giving them what they want, the incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
Well, Stan, perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniform, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Jones from outside.
Long arms and just great instincts. That's how Gordon finds the big block opportunity.
Williamson with a screen on Murray. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
The combo guard skills of McCollum, not just a scorer, he's also a more than capable passer.
Murray, no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Gordon. Outside Porter. From deep. Nails it from three.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that three from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
Outside Jones. Jones with a screen on Porter. Shoots from the elbow. Jokic grabs the board. The Nuggets trail. For three, Gordon. They get it back. Pass to Jokic. Fires for three. Here's Brown. And that misses. That would have put him up. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Pelicans. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And the Pelicans going with a whole new group out there. Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Kelly Olynyk is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Boston in at the 2-guard. And for Denver, they're shooting only 27% for today's game. Out to the right wing. Najee sets a screen, and here's Westbrook from the arc. Pass to Watson. Takes the three, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Alvarado. And it's good for two. Here's Westbrook. Here's Strawther. Screen by Watson. Fires the three. The rebound by Murray. And, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray. A 6'5" do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team.
Outside Murray. Back to Alvarado. Pass to Olynyk. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Denver has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. For three, Westbrook. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
I don't think I need to tell anybody, Westbrook is a gunner. If the D isn't right up on him, when he gets the ball, he's taking that shot for sure.
Now here's Alvarado. Olynyk for three. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Here's Watson. No good on the three. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Alvarado outside. Back to Murray. Out to the right wing. Pass to Olynyk. Just 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. Rebounded by Denver. To the paint. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Outside Watson. There's the triple. Offensive board. Here's Strawther. On target from range. Strawther's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Alvarado outside. Outside Murray.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Rebound by the Nuggets. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously started preparing himself to coach while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
Here's Boston. No made baskets yet. A minute 20 left in the first half. And that one's good. Olynyk.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Drains the triple. Najee's got 6.
and both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Nuggets lead by 3. Here's Strother. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to Strother. Launches it from deep. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. 6 points for him.
Yeah, few guys drop dimes like Westbrook. He has an innate talent for setting up shooters.
Back to Murray. And here's Olynyk. Beyond the arc. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Watson. And the Nuggets hit again from deep. Pelicans trail by 9.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Najee. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Peyton Watson really having a great game here.
And you can say his performance goes beyond the stat sheet.
Well, he's a great competitor. He makes positive plays at both ends, and he's a great teammate as well.
Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside. Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
From outside the arc. They get it again. McCollum outside. Takes a 3. The rebound by Murray. The Nuggets lead by 7. Here's Brown. No good from outside. And it's Williamson with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. For 3, McCollum. Here's Messi. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one of one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it, right?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
Williamson hits them both. Well, Coach, Zion is always must-see TV when he plays. It's his availability that is questioned.
Yeah, it is, Brian, but he's been healthier. And when he plays, there's nobody like him in the NBA with that size, skill, and force.
Pass to Jones. Tries again. And it's McCollum. That time on the assist from Jones.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Screen by Gordon. And here's Jokic outside. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Jacks up a 3. That one rolls around and rims out. Denver leading by 4. Porter from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Porter's got 6.
Yeah, guard-like skills and a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release. The big-time
throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Now here's Jokic. 6 points for him. And that one's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Williamson finds McCollum. Here's Messi. And stolen by Murray. Here's Brown. Offline with a 3.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
From downtown, sinks the tray. He has 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
On the wing, Porter. They kick it out to Murray. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Jones from outside. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Launches a 3. The Pelicans pull it in. McCollum on the wing, defended by Murray. Fires the 3. Shot's good by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
Now here's Jokic. Give him 8 points now. Right side Porter. Clock at 6. The 3. The Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got 8 rebounds in the game. McCollum's shot is off. Porter looks it over. Jokic the screen. There's the 3. He can't get it to go. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Denver up by 4. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Denver leading by 4. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Kelly Olynyk, also DeJounte Murray out there. And it's Alvarado in at the point guard position. From the arc. Strother no good. The Pelicans shooting 41% in this game. Olynyk passes to Alvarado. Left side Murray. Plenty of space. It's rebounded by Najee.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Here's Strother. Off target from outside. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Alvarado. Rebounded by Denver. Najee's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Pass to Murray. They set the pick. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Strother. It's kept alive. Let's go with a 3. Fires in the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
The shot by Najee no good. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Olynyk passes to Alvarado. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. Jokic with a screen on McCollum. Murray. Jokic up top. Order a screen. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Jokic finds Porter. Jokic with it. Fires from deep. Cash! Jokic from way out.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Jones with a screen on Murray. For three, McCollum. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fires it. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Misi. Over Jokic. The shot by Misi, no good. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Again, Jokic missing. Pelicans trail by 9. Jones, the pass to McCollum. The three is up. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Shoots. Oh, that's too easy for Jokic when he gets inside position.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Pass to Misi. Here's Williamson. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Nuggets.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Nikola Jokic.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Now here's Jokic. Offensive rebound. Brown passes to Jokic. Fires the three. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Knocks down the long J.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
So no problem for Denver as they get the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.